Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light, only with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings, okay? Please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. Okay, welcome to any new subscribers. Welcome back to my beautiful fam who's already here. Happy New Year, okay, for y'all. And this is a Yeshua message, okay? So I'm doing runes as the overall energy today. So brace yourself. This is going to be a little bit loud, me shaking them up, okay? So we got Lagoos. It looks like this. Okay. Here it is. So it is upright, of course. So it says, materially speaking, Laguz is another rune that signifies prosperity and success, but it does caution patience. Remember that just as the sea experiences the ebb and flow of the tides, in human life, there too is a time and a season for everything, okay? All you have to do is be as calm and imperturbable as the still surface of a lake, and everything will flow to you. Sometimes you may find yourself in an emotional void with very little going on, when others seem to be making all the moves, leaving you feeling isolated and left on the sidelines as an observer of events rather than actively participating. If this is the case, the appearance of Laguz in a rune reading is an excellent omen because it advises patience, okay? It doesn't mean that there isn't anything happening. It just means you just need to have a little bit more patience with the divine, And it's so funny because my Bible verse of the day, it was talking about, I can't think of the name, okay? I can't even give you a verse, but it was talking about the man crying out to God, in a time of turmoil or in a time where things are seeming kind of hard or where it really doesn't make any sense to them, like why things are still going on and like when is the peace, when is the calm, when is the happiness going to come, and God going to the man and being like, look, like this and this and this still needs to happen before this is going to happen in for the land. And the guy tells God, well, you know what, okay, cool, I'm gonna stand fast, I'm gonna hold my post and I'm gonna play my position basically that you given me to play, God. And when you ready for things to clear up or for things to get better, when you ready for me to go onward and upward, then that's when I'll make those moves. So it's this energy of like, don't feel like nothing's ever going to happen or it's not going to come. It's always coming. It's always on the way, because as long as you stay calm and you don't allow things to perturb you, or you go through like your emotional ebb and flow of life the way that you're meant to do, you're calling things in, okay? It says it informs you that you don't have to do anything special to change your situation, but rather that the situation will change around you, okay? It says a fair wind will blow in your direction very soon, indicating that your time will surely come, okay? So when I was in the bathtub, okay, Spirit was showing me like, they showed me like a vision of a place, right? Kind of like the rainforest or like a jungle, okay? And it seemed kind of dark. So like my immediate reaction was to like call in the sun, right? So I called in like the energy of the sun. So like I could see, and I could see like the brightness of the sun around like the trees and stuff, but it wasn't really necessarily giving me visibility, right? So I focused on that sun energy more, and then it started to like break through the trees and I could kind of see where I was a bit, right? And so like the more I looked around, Spirit was kind of just giving me flashes of like the different like of the place, of the different angles of the place, and it was like everywhere I looked it got brighter and brighter and brighter, right? So I feel like your clarity is clearing up a lot at this time. Like it was a real I heard a metaphor, okay? It was like symbolic of all the work that you do within yourself, and like no matter how much you call in the divine or you call in the light, it doesn't always seem like there's progress happening, but it's like things have only been getting brighter and brighter and brighter for you. Like you've been cleaning up your inner world, having such a clear vision on yourself with all this work that you've been doing, and it's really beautiful. And I just hope that you don't think that like you're doing it for nothing, or like that things are always going to stay dark, or you're not always going to find visibility through whatever it is that you go through, you know. Like Yeshua was saying, like you have done it, you know. And it's like, so they were showing me the flashes and things were getting brighter and brighter and brighter, and then eventually I became aware of myself in the vision, okay? And I started shining bright, and it made things a lot more visible on the outside of me, while other areas were lighting up like the divine was doing it, you know. And so it's just like, I feel like it really speaks to the teamwork that you and the divine do. And also in a reading not too long ago, I was talking about, I said your shining brightness is one of your greatest tools, or one of your greatest weapons in this life, you know. So he's asking you to focus as much on your shining brightness as possible. And like after that, I heard one small tear for you, one giant step for the divine, you know. So it's like maybe you have been having all these times where you've been doing a lot of crying, been doing a lot of expressing, especially at the end of last year and like coming into this year, you know. There's still things that are being removed, being released emotionally from you, you know. And of course that's what this like next full moon is all about, introspection, you know. So don't shy away from any introspection that spirit is bringing into you, because this is about to be a good year, okay? I'm gonna keep saying that because that's what it is, you know. Of course, I didn't even tell you the note, which is I love you. That's always Yeshua's note. He usually doesn't have this many notes, you know. But he got notes today, okay? So also, I heard individually crafted, okay? You are individually crafted. All of your experiences are individually crafted, okay? Like, you're not going through anything that you're not meant to go through, or any experiences that you're not meant to have in order to, like, boost your enlightenment or to push you forward, okay? And also, your tears are very powerful, okay? Like, you have cried some very beautiful and powerful tears, especially the tears that you cry when you pray and when you meditate. Those those are very powerful tears, very powerful work that you have been doing within yourself in order to boost the way that you shine your brightness, you know. So like, please, I hope you don't have any regrets, or you feel like, you know, things are going wrong or whatever. Everything is great for you, okay? You just need to continue to focus, to have a lot of patience with the divine, and to believe that things are getting brighter, you know, that you are seeing things clearer and clearer, because you really do have like a really high level of clarity that I don't think you're really like aware of, okay? It's like you can see things much clearer than you think you can, but like, I don't know, you be like arguing with it or fighting against the guidance or something. You could be being like a little bit stubborn with spirit at times because you're feeling impatient, or because you're feeling kind of battle weary and you want things to like hurry up, you know. He's saying like at the right time, okay? Always right on time, okay? Don't you forget it, okay? It's always going to be right on time. And they just want you to like flow, to surrender, right? To surrender even to those moments where you feel overly emotional. It's like, it's very powerful that you express that kind of energy, okay? This she who flows is talking about ease, being open to change and going with the flow, okay? The lady of the lake came out too, okay? It says new beginnings, something is about to happen, okay? So something beautiful is about to happen in your life, and all of those moments where you cried and where you had this really big emotional expression, it's like it aligns you with the perfect energy of like the planetary wave, you know, like the energy of grounding things, the energy of manifesting, okay? Like you are walking your soul mission at this time, and it's just so important that you trust your inner calling. And it says soul team, that you trust your soul team, that you trust what God, what Yeshua, what any other angel guide or ancestor has to say about the way that you're going and the nudges that you feel to continue to go forward. It's all very important, and it's specific to you, okay? I also wrote one of a kind, baby. You are one of a kind. Nobody can shine your beautiful brightness the way that you do, okay? So it's important that you keep going and that you continue to allow that thing to shine all year long, okay? Because it's really going to pay off in a beautiful way, okay? We got follow the stream, okay? Which is more of that go with the flow energy. But it's talking about dedication and trust and future rivers and oceans, you know? And it also, that vision kind of gave me the energy of like exploration, right? Because I was looking all around, like it was kind of a new vision to me, you know what I'm saying? And I really didn't necessarily know where I was, but I could tell that it was kind of like a nature-esque kind of vibe. It brought me calm, even though it was kind of dark and I didn't necessarily always be able to see in those moments where I was going or what I was doing. But I just had faith in what spirit was trying to show me. So I just stayed calm and just let the vision play out the way that it was supposed to, you know? And it's like spirit works with you in that very same kind of way. And it's important that you have a lot of trust in that, in your visions, in your nudges, in the things that they're telling you, and paying a lot of attention, and understanding what it is that they're trying to teach you, or what kind of download they could be giving you to give to someone else, you know? Because there's also that energy there, since it was my vision that is for you, you know? We got metamorphosis, okay? Like you're changing, evolving in such a beautiful way, and it's important that you continue to embrace these transformations, and also to have this firm belief that things are different now, okay? They was different, what, 2 days ago when it was 2025, and they different now, okay? You're constantly evolving, always going through this energy of metamorphosis, okay? We got the waterfall right here, okay? It's talking about inner power, unbridled confidence, and claiming your place, all just by shining your inner brightness that you've already been blessed with coming into this life, you know? Like this is giving Ace of Cups energy, this overflow that's happening because of the way that your brightness is shining out of you. It's gorgeous, okay? And I couldn't think of a better message to like open up this year with, okay? Like I'm really excited about it. I love it. Yeah, we got the King Tide, okay? Okay? The King Tide, okay? It says plenty, prosperity, and receiving the fullness of life, you know? But you're following the flow of that Christ energy, right? So that's very important to you, seeing plenty, to you seeing prosperity, to you receiving and living in the fullness of life, you know? And they were telling me the other day, like, to start hitting myself with the WWJD, right? What would Yeshua do, you know? They were saying, like, you know, in moments of irritation, in moments where you feel stressed or you feel worried, or, you know, whatever you feel might be going on in your life, you know, take a moment and ask yourself WWJD, you know, because it really is a good way to keep you aligned with that Christ energy, or to keep the energy of Christ in your life, you know? And it just kind of like flashed to me all the different times I seen that saying in my life, right? Because it's very popular, very famous, you know. What would Jesus do? You know, everybody's you know, familiar with that term. And they were just saying, like, that's a really good tool for me to actually use in my life in order to stay aligned with that Christ energy within me, and to work my way through certain situations with other people outside of me that I love, or that I spend time with, or that I have to work with, you know. It says the wellspring. What are you thirsty for? Body care and take a breath, okay? Also, don't forget to take really good care of yourself at this time, okay? Your self-care is so important, and it also contributes a lot to the way that your brightness shines from the inside of you, okay? So a whole lot of that, okay? If you have been slacking on that, then maybe that's a good resolution to have, you know, or a good promise to make to yourself, you know, to treat yourself a lot better, give yourself a lot of love, treat yourself to those things that you feel like, you know, you can't afford or you shouldn't have right now because you have to do this or you have to do that. You know, he's saying like having a little bit more fun with it, not throwing all your responsibilities out of the window, but definitely giving yourself more of that love that you want to see in your life, you know, this year and for the rest of your life, you know. Yeah, we got the well maidens. It says kindness, respect, reverence, and compassion. Of course, Yeshua gonna tell you to make sure that you operate with as much kindness respect and reverence and compassion as possible, not just for yourself, but for all the people that you finding yourself running into. And it's like very significant, this part of your life or this energy that's out here to be like utilized for your highest good, okay? Lots of respect, kindness, reverence, compassion, forgiveness, okay? Grace. Like these energies are so important, okay? Yeah, we got the sirens. It says use your voice, expansion, and freedom, okay? Also, use your voice if that's what you're called to do, baby, okay? If you feel, called to share or called to teach or called to, help others heal or whatever it is you feel called to do that you feel, is directly connected to your relationship with the divine, like it's so important that you get into that if you haven't started it yet, or that you stay consistent with that if that's something that you're already doing, okay? What's she who flows the waterfall and lady of the lake? Will ease in her power of new beginnings. We got the world, okay? Okay? So there's some beautiful things opening up for you at this time, okay? A lot of shining brightness going on within you due to the way that you have closed cycles in your life. Like all these tears is what they just keep bringing to me. And they kind of touched on this before a little bit because I was crying and they showed me Alice in Wonderland crying, right? They showed me Alice in Wonderland and I was like, what version of Alice in Wonderland is that? I remembered so vividly Alice crying these huge tears so much that it filled up a room, right? Just that vision specifically. And when I looked into it, it was like the older Disney cartoon version where she gets giant and she doesn't know what to do. She's panicking and she's so big she can't fit through the door and she cries all these tears, and then she realizes that she can shrink herself back down, and her shrinking herself back down is the very, like, her doing all that crying is the reason why when she was shrunk back down she was able to get out. She swam in her own tears to get out of that room that she was crying about being trapped in, okay? And so this is why your tears of the past with the Six of Cups are so significant. Like, he's saying it's okay to detach from that. It's okay to allow your cup to overflow and to make sure that you stay as far away from mental entrapments about those things you might cry about as possible, because those things are the very things that give you the tool, that bring you the plenty, the prosperity, the things that you are getting rid of, the things that you are expressing, the things that you are releasing or have been doing for quite a while are the very things that are making sure you get what you want, or that you're filled up with the shining brightness that God has blessed you with. Whew, that's heavy energy, okay? in a good way, okay? Well, we got new beginnings, plenty and prosperity, and soul mission. Yeah, we got the Three of Wands, okay? So your ships are coming in. There is a plenty and prosperity, like, time of your life that you have stepped into, and it's okay for you to still have those days where you feel like you're doing a lot of emotional expressing. They were also saying when I was in the bath that those are the times where you are processing so much. You're processing so much. You're processing emotions and things out of you that you don't need. Sometimes you're processing the energies and emotions of others. Like, you really truly do, like, work for the collective, okay? Even if you feel like you're not always doing some big thing for the collective, you really do, like, really truly connect and tap into the world and help transmute very heavy energies while doing all of this healing that you do within yourself, okay? So it's important that you remain aware of that, and you have kind of like a bright side kind of look at those moments that you could be having or could have been having in the past, because they are attracting a lot of beautiful blessings into your life. What's a soul mission? What are you thirsty for in dedication and trust? We got judgment, okay? So it's like you have, like, some great judgment has been, like, dealt upon your life. It's like this trumpet energy, like, giving me the energy of, like, negative energy being broken up or being moved around, like, in order for you to, like, experience that sun, that brightness that I was talking about coming through, like, the gloom or through the shadow. What's What is this? Dedication, trust, kindness, and respect, and embrace transformation. We got the Ace of Wands, okay? So it's beautiful, passionate, new beginnings here, okay? We got the Four of Pentacles, that energy of releasing people, places, and situations that don't serve you. I feel like you have been doing a good job of that, even if it feels like, there are certain things, because they were also bringing to my attention, like certain areas, certain spots that still maintain that shadow for a long time, that need a lot of light, that need a lot of brightness shined on it in order for like that shadow energy to be dispersed, or for that energy to be, for that healing to be complete, is how I'm hearing it, okay? So there's still things within you. It doesn't mean that you're not releasing, or that your cup isn't overflowing, or that you're not operating out of your wholeness. That's what you're doing, okay? You're operating out of your wholeness, and sometimes it's a hard thing, okay? There's gonna be those days where things are a little bit hard, or you don't always know the answer, or but all you know exactly where to go, or exactly what to do to like kickstart that light and get things shining for yourself again, or to like really be able to see things clearly. So just continue to do that, continue to utilize your tools, and don't judge yourself because of your sensitivity, or because of the way you express yourself, or because of like, you might have a lot of like mood swings. I'm very empathic, okay? So I have like, and I be laughing with spirit. I be like, spirit, these mood swings about to give me whiplash, because sometimes I'm just like, I'm here and I'm there like emotionally, like I do a lot of meditating, I do a lot of coming back to center and all of that, but it's just a part of like the way that my gifts work sometimes, and it's still like it's overwhelming on certain days, and he's saying like you could just be experiencing some of that, and it could just feel like a lot at times, but just don't forget, like, you're here to transmute those energies. So transmute them. You're here to work with the divine, to bring a nice, more calmer energy here, okay? To bring more kindness, more respect, more compassion. You're grounding those kinds of energies for the divine. It's a big job, okay? So like, just don't feel like you have to move too fast, or like things are never going to happen for you, or like, don't be walking around acting like this is not your year, because this is your year, okay? Okay, they were all your year. They're all your year, okay? They're all a great year. No matter what happens in that year, no matter what kind of emotions you have to process, or what kind of lessons you have to learn, every year is a great year, because you're alive and you're absorbing the life experience and the soul growth that you're put here to learn. What's the Three of Wands in the Judgment card? Yeah, we got the King of Swords, okay? So, and the Six of Pentacles, it's like you really have like this beautiful like master plan within you, and you've already been crowned, and your movement is about to get a lot faster with the High Priestess. I feel like you're holding a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge at this time, and you could have even been in like this giant hermit mode and were like unaware of it with the moon, you could have been feeling like you were going in and out of hermit mode, but I feel like he's giving me like, I heard extended period, like you were in hermit mode for like a really long time, okay? And so it's like you're just barely getting to the place where you're coming out of that, or where you're about to like really shine, really allow your cup to overflow, and really see what it is that God has to say through you, or what actions God want to take through you, So just be open to this kind of energy, and don't be afraid to use your voice and express yourself, and to use that freedom you've been blessed with to shine your brightness, All right, what else? What's the World, the Three of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles? We got no news, okay? It says the news tends to focus on fearful stories, and fear and fear is a low vibration emotion. Turn off the news for the day or a week and see how it changes your energy. You will hear all the important issues just from talking to other people, and that's so funny because I turned on like the CBS thing on the Paramount app so I can watch the ball drop early, because I went to sleep early, okay? Like I brought in the new year with the New York people, okay? And so I turned it on, and it was doing like, all the highlights of the year, and I was just laughing because like I don't watch the news, but I knew about like everything that was going on on the news. You know, and Spirit told me a long time ago, like, you don't need to watch the news. Like, everything you need to know, you're gonna find out. Watch. So I stopped watching the news, and it's like I knew every single little news highlight, all the little popular trends and everything they was talking about. You know, because those were things I just needed to know about, I guess. What's the Three of Wands, the King of Swords in Judgment? And he's saying it's like it's the same way for you. You know, you don't necessarily have to like always be looking for certain information or things like that. Like, you're gonna find everything that you need to find out. So like, try not to like fill your gateway with like all this bad news and all these worries and all these fears that these people have, because they're in this energy where they don't realize that they're not of this earth, or they don't understand like the beautiful and bright power that they hold within themselves, and they don't understand that they don't have anything to fear, and you're not in that place. Okay, you're not on that vibration, is what he's saying. Or if you feel like you are, you need to, that's not the vibe. Okay, what's the Three of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Judgment? It says thought stoppage. Okay, it says, are you running negative tapes in your head? You are the one in control of your thoughts. Just tell yourself, stop, negative thought. Get out of here. You are the one driving your bus. Stop being a passenger and start taking control. We got affirmations, okay? So it says we all run negative tapes in our head again, okay? It says that on this card too. It says we all run negative tapes in our head. Change the tape by telling yourself positive stories. I am an amazing person. I love my life. Good luck follows me. I embrace my magnificence. I am a high vibrational being. I create affirming thoughts, you know. Nothing can get in the way or stop or hinder my shining brightness, okay? Whatever you feel intuitively called to say. I deserve love. I am joyful. I am beauty. I am beautiful. I am beauty is a good one, though. I have an abundance of self-worth, you know. I am the light of the divine. I am divine time, okay? I am one with everyone and everything, and nothing can stop me from accomplishing my goals or doing what it is that the divine has called me to do. You better speak that life in your life, okay? We got no news and thought stoppage, okay? We got grounding, okay? It says ground yourself. While standing, bring your attention to the bottom of your feet and feel the connection with the earth. While sitting, bring your attention to your bottom on the chair and feel the weight of your body supported there. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, allow your thoughts, tensions, and discomforts to flow down your body and into the earth to be recycled, okay? Because like I said, you are grounding very beautiful energies. You are using the energy of the earth, or of this like place, of this plane. He's saying you are using the energy of this to transmute any darkness, any negativity, or anything that doesn't excuse me, align, or like I guess align is a good word. Anything that doesn't align with like this beautiful, shiny brightness that you hold within yourself, that you were meant to express, okay? And also it says ish happens, okay? So don't be so upset when things pop up, or when things seem like they're not always going the best. It's still going in your favor, because you're operating out of your shining brightness, out of your wholeness, out of golden consciousness, out of Christ consciousness, okay? It says your ish happens, your energy drops, your computer crashes. It just is. When things go south, it's the human condition to want to understand why, and it doesn't always matter why, okay? Like, don't put too much of your like energetic, like of your energy into like worrying or to fearing things, okay? And don't feel like, you know, you're doing something wrong if ish happens, okay? Sometimes things just happen. Sometimes, you know, you're like he said, you know, the world is changing, your world is changing around you, okay? So yes, things are going to get shaken up. Things are going to happen. Weird things are going to happen sometimes. So that your world can get shaken up to the right place to accommodate you, okay? What else? I see 0000, okay? Talking about a direct link with God, a new phase in your life, okay? You have a direct link with God because of all the clearing and cleaning and cleansing that you have done within yourself in order to shine that brightness, okay? So trust your clear perspective, rise above any discouragement or any adversity or anything like that, where people are trying to like come against you or trying to make you feel like you're less than, or like what your shining brightness is not shining bright enough for them. Okay, they probably can't even, they don't even have the eyes to see that shining brightness or to hear what you're delivering from that place. So you just have to move on and trust your direct link that you have with God and do what he's asking you to do. Okay, or more like what he is guiding you to do, or what he is doing through you. Okay, we got 100. It says encouragement to achieve more in life. Eliminate any and all negative energies. Okay, it says 707. Great to self and others, no selfish motive. Acknowledge your own positive actions. Okay, so you're great to yourself, you're great to others, you're not operating out of a selfish motive, and that's why like your shining brightness is so beautiful. Like it's so pure, like the gleam of your shining brightness is, it's pure. Okay, so you just need to shine it all over everybody and give yourself credit for remaining positive, and know that like the more positive you are, the more positivity you're attracting to yourself. 400 at the bottom of the deck says the angels love you and are helping you to find your way. Okay, every single day, in every moment, in every second of the day, you are surrounded by angel guides who just want to inspire you to be the best muse you could possibly be for the other people that you shine your shining brightness on. Come on. What's the final thought on this? I like this message. Thank you, Yeshua. What's the final thought on this? We got Creator Earth. Perfect. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we got inflow with money. Okay. So as long as you are in flow with the inner brightness that you shine, you are in flow with the money. You are in flow with blessings. You are in flow with the earth. You are in flow with oneness. You are forever operating out of your wholeness because you have stepped into an infinite energy. Okay, the true infinite energy of the shining brightness that you hold within you. Okay, it's like a piece of God. Okay. Come on. Let me just look in the little table of contents because I don't want to be looking forever. Creator Earth. Oh, it's on page 141. Okay, so 141 could be significant. Maybe I'll put that angel number in the comments. Oh, page 141, yeah. So, it says earth energy is grounded and rooted, and it is connected to our safety and our stability. It is the realm of our finances and generosity, and it is the realm of family and connections. It is the material essence of the world. Comfort and nourishment are this element's gifts. How safe do you feel in your material world? What could you do to feel more nourished by it? Do you have the possessions you need to survive? Does your safety net include a network of people whom you love? How grounded are you in the day to day? Earth energy gives us the security of peaceful surroundings, the vitality and strength found in a nutritious meal, and the cheerful laughter found in community. Are you tapping into all of its power? So it says element of earth deep dive. Okay, it says try earthing. Go outside on the grass barefoot and ground yourself to the earth. This works just like grounding a wire would work. When your skin touches the earth, you will be grounded. If you hooked yourself up to an electric device to test yourself, it would agree. This physical grounding to the earth can dissipate energetic blocks. It can calm the emotions and the nervous system. It can bring balance. Go earthing and call on the element of earth to bring you a stronger foundation of safety, wealth, nourishment, and happiness, and that is what you will continue to attract. Okay, it says find yourself in nature. Spend time doing a meditative walk in nature. Forest bathing is a thing. Okay, and that's funny because like I said, I was in a forest, or I said the rainforest, or like the woods or something, but it wasn't like the woods, it was like tropical. Okay. So like, I mean, you might live in near there or in that kind of like environment. It says right in the dirt, okay? Get your hands into the earth or grab a mud mask and start slathering it all over your body and then write your wishes in the mud. You could even write your intentions down and then bury them beneath a growing plant. Enjoy the feeling of the earth in your hands as you play, and ask the element to gift you a message or to vibrate the healing energies of the earth into your body and into your life. Getting closer to the mud will help bring this earth energy to life for you, okay? But I mean, of course, you don't have to go out and play in the mud or nothing like that, but definitely grounding yourself and spending some time outside, like nature, the energy of nature in its like calm, beautiful serenity is like the natural nature of you at a soul level, okay? Like that same kind of calm and serene feeling that you feel when you're in like just a quiet nature-esque type of place is the same kind of energy that you carry within yourself. You're able to maintain that kind of calmness no matter what you go through in life or how many tears you have to cry. That is the home that is within you, the energy you can always come back to and use as a tool in your life, okay? So that's what he's asking you to do. So with that, I'm done. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you need out of this, and I will see you later, my love. Bye.